Your bite-sized daily roundup of the biggest news from the world of film. This is the Daily Reel with Van Connor.
Good morning, it's Tuesday and it's May the 18th. Birthday to action legend Chow Yun-fat, comedy royalty Tina Fey, and former DeVoe frontman turned composer Mark Mothersbaugh. It's the day Shrek and Shrek the Third came out in 2001 and 2007, Battleship and What to Expect When You're Expecting opened in 2012, and in 2018 it was the day Deadpool 2 and Book Club arrived in cinemas. Today in 2021 though, AT&T, the massive multimedia conglomerate behind Warner Bros. Studios, have signed a $43 billion deal to merge with Discovery. The deal is, as the number suggests, huge. Discovery branches across a multitude of individual and mostly TV-focused brands such as the Discovery Network, Discovery Plus, HGTV, TLC, TNT, TBS, and the Food Network. AT&T, meanwhile, represent big names like Warner Bros., HBO, HBO Max, DC Comics, and CNN. The deal mostly came out of necessity for AT&T. Not simply an entertainment business, the company's also one of America's largest mobile phone networks. However, it seems the triple-pronged expenditure of building a reliable 5G network across multiple states, alongside the pandemic affecting theatrical grosses and the sheer upfront cost of launching a new streaming platform, was all simply too much. With the merger, AT&T will have a greater backlog of content with which to fill their new streaming service, and an entirely new revenue stream to bolster the uncertain film market, and to allow them to better combat Disney and Netflix's current monopoly. As for Discovery, the company's gone from being a bit part to a major player overnight. It's expected that Discovery's streaming service, Discovery Plus, which boasts 15 million subscribers, will simply be folded into HBO Max. With the new deal, AT&T will own 71% of the new currently unnamed super company, while Discovery shareholders will own the other 29%. Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar, despite having only been in the position for a year, now looks set to be on the way out, indicating the third major shakeup at Warner Bros. Head office in the last decade. Exactly how this will affect their films remains to be seen, but this won't be the last we hear of this game-changing merger. Bumblebee director Travis Knight has signed on to helm Netflix's vampire action thriller Uprising. The feature will be an adaptation of Raymond Villarreal's 2018 novel A People's History of the Vampire Uprising, a World War Z-style fictional history of a world struck by a deadly virus that turns ordinary men into creatures of the night. So there's absolutely nothing topical about this one. Knight made waves with his soft reboot of the Transformers franchise and has been the CEO of esteemed animation house Laika for 15 years. Helming its acclaimed Kubo and the Two Strings. Uprising will be his second live-action directorial effort. Netflix have yet to provide a release date for the picture, but filming is expected to begin before the year is out.
What's her name? You don't know, or you don't have a name? You sound like a little bumblebee.
The Oscar-winning special effects mastermind Phil Tippett is set to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Locarno Film Festival. One of the many geniuses behind the effects of the original Star Wars trilogy, as well as the lead effects artist behind Jurassic Park and RoboCop, Tippett will be awarded Locarno's Vision Award to Chini Moda, given to those unsung heroes behind the camera whose innovations have, quote, extended the horizons of filmic iconography. If Tippett's name rings a bell, it may be due to the incredibly viral meme in which he featured several years ago. As a gag, Tippett's listed in the credits of Jurassic Park only as Dinosaur Supervisor, which of course led to many on the internet decrying him for failing at his, quote, one job. The effects wizard and animator will also be debuting his experimental stop-motion film Mad God at the 74th Locarno Festival, which is due to take place this August in Switzerland.
You shouldn't use my name.
Dodgson! Dodgson! We've got Dodgson here! See, nobody cares.
And finally, the boys are back and ready to attack the block once more, as Attack the Block 2 has been officially announced. The cult classic original, now a decade old, launched the career of Star Wars star John Boyega and was written and directed by Joe Cornish. According to a new press release from Studio Canal and Film 4, both Boyega and Cornish are due to return. The first film saw Boyega, streetwise tough guy Moses, forced to fend off an alien invasion with the aid of his gang and future Doctor Who star Jodie Whittaker's nurse Sam. A commercial disappointment at the time, the flick's since gone on to find cult notoriety for its authentic tone and biting humour. No plot details for the forthcoming sequel have been provided, and the feature's currently awaiting a release date.
Even if you outrun them, even if you make it, how are you going to get out?
Don't worry about me, man.
You don't have to do this, Moses.
Yeah, I do.
Lupin 3 The First is out in UK cinemas from today, while over on Netflix you can see the Hindi rom-com Sardar Kar Grandson. On Shudder, Curse of the Crimson Altar, Death by Temptation and Black Roses become available for streaming. Mubi are adding Diary for My Lovers, and Amazon Prime's adding The Secret in Their Eyes to its library. Your cinematic offerings on Freeview today include The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, American Woman and Insidious The Last Key on Film 4, Octopussy and Manhunter on ITV4, Sony Movies are showing The Hunter's Prayer and Bunraku, and on the Horror Channel you can see Flatliners and Let Her Out. While the Sky Cinema and Now premiere today is the schlock horror sequel Tremors, Shrieker Island. That was the Daily Reel for Tuesday, May the 18th. Keep it cinematic, and we'll see you tomorrow.
The Daily Reel is a Candystore production, presented by Van Connor and written by Calvin Prickett. All information is correct at the time of writing, and source links are in the description for each episode. Don't forget to rate, review and subscribe on all good podcast platforms, or ask Alexa to install the Daily Reel skill for your morning flash briefing. Follow the show on social at Daily Reel Pod, and we'll be back every weekday. Until then, keep it cinematic.